Hello everyone and welcome back to War Wednesday. Now, if you remember from last episode, we swept north and took all these lands from Ostermark. So we've got East Sylvania here under our control, and we have Ostermark close to falling. Obviously, Beckheffen are our allies and Mordheim are owned by our allies. So we're not going to take those lands and complete this area here. But we're going to get a large chunk of it, and when these guys do decide to join our cause, which is looking likely, it could happen at any moment, then we've got that. So first we have to take Nagenhof to do that, and we have the army to do it. They don't. The only army that they have that I see is down here raiding Krasnodar Drakenhof, and quite frankly, I don't care. Like, they are dropping our public order here, if you just look at that. Corruption, -10. Oh, that's corruption from the vampire stuff. Raiding, -9. So that is contributing quite a lot to this, but we're getting there. And as soon as that becomes a problem, we're going to have our armies back down here anyway to deal with whatever happens there. So I'm not too concerned. And corruption, of course, is slowly dropping. So that -10 disorder bonus is dropping. The provincial instability bonus is dropping. And if we get both of them down to 0, which I don't think we ever will, actually we are on +1 public order, not -17. So that isn't a consideration at all for the moment. So over here we have Haungart and Fort Berg rest our defences against whatever's in this way, but it looks like this way is starting to get good, get Bretonianed, get good and Bretonianed. All the orcs are okay, so they're not a big concern for us. Blackstone Post aren't a big concern for us. We've got to keep an army there to look at them anyway. So the question is, what's the next objective for this episode, other than taking Nagenhof? Well, we have this Galmaraz, master treasury of 10,000 gold. We're very close. We'll probably be there next turn. So I won't spend anything this turn just to get that. And I'm going to end turn fairly shortly. We could pass north into Fort Kislev, these Kislev lands. But they tend to like us. There's no point going to war with people that like us for no bloody reason, when we have other things to deal with, like the Karak Ungor, owned by the Red Eye tribe here. This seems like they own all this land here. And they're right on our doorstep. And I don't like having orcs on our doorstep, so we'll see how that goes. The dwarves, they're not on a non-aggression pact with us. They don't seem to... Well, these guys dislike us a little bit, but I don't think they're ready for war with us yet either, so I'm not too worried about them. So this episode is really going to be about taking Nagenhof and doing some quests and seeing what happens to this. Because I want some of these, like all these 9s. All these 9s are so close to turning over to us. I want to get these under our control. Particularly these two, because then I'll get Balthazar Gout as a lord to lead an army, and that'll be fun. Oh, and they've got a Fort Sol as well, so that's shoring up our defensive line along these mountains. So end turn, see what happens. But next turn we're either going to do Nagenhof or whatever the Galmoral mission is that gives us. Unfortunately, the cost of that quest is -5,000 gold, so we're going to get to 10,000, but drop immediately to 5,000. But other than that, no worries. And Blackstone Post, Barrow Legion are on the move. Let's just watch these guys, see what they do. Because these are a bit of a worry. If they don't do anything, there you go. Fast forward. Ah, looks like armies are moving up now. Ah, okay. So the Bretonians confederated with Gizariah, Atois. Oh, we're being attacked. This I didn't expect. This army came out a bit out of nowhere. But now we know where they are. Let's auto-resolve this battle, because we know that's going to go. We're going to get smashed there. So they have Eschen back. But that's mixed blessings, really, that. Because we know where they are now. We can take them out. I knew Nagenhof alone here wasn't going to be their only province. So let's have a look. Eschen... This is where they are. They've brought up their raiders up, okay? So they must have been hiding near Castle Tempelhof or something. I probably should have searched them out a little bit more. But it's no real loss, because we can hit them in one turn. I think we have the army to do it as well. Let's have a look at this. With fresh observations, the Celestial Wizards are closer to definitive reading. But their astrolabe requires certain adjustments and intricate additions in order to perform calculations. The latter require rare materials, will not come cheaply. We've done that. We've funded the astrolabe adjustments. I don't know what we're measuring with the astrolabe. Probably space. With the funds secured, the Empire orders his factors... Oh, okay, never mind. Using Empire Karl Franz, win 3 battles against the following race, the Greenskins. We're not at war with any greenskin races at the moment. We've only actually had one battle with the greenskins, if I remember rightly. But this is what we need to do to progress in this task. With adjustments to the magical aspect they've completed, the wizards of Celestial College report back their findings, and the portents could not be more dire. A great orc war boss has arisen somewhere in the lands south of the Black Mountains, which I believe my lore on World of Warhammer isn't great, but I believe these are the Black Mountains, and so this Badlands here is where the greenskins are rising, is what he's trying to tell us. His fearsome reputation has gathered many greenskins tribes behind him in Rawar, which is now headed for the main route of the Badlands into the Empire, Blackfire Pass. And doesn't that look very Blackfire Passy to you? I think it does, so I think these are the Black Mountains. The first priority is to prevent further orc warbans from travelling to join the war. Meanwhile, messages are sent to summon all allies to face this threat. So there you go, we've got to win 3 battles against greenskins, and that's doable over a slow period of time. We might even go to do this mission here, which is quite close to us. But
the nation calls.
We have. Do we go north and take Nagenhof and let these armies run riot down here? Castle Drakenhof, let's have a look at that. Let's see what our garrison is like. Castle Drakenhof. Halberders, some swordsmen, some crossbowmen. That's not enough to take on a full force of army here. I don't think. So if these guys go south to Castle Drakenhof, I don't think we can take it. If they go north to Essen, they definitely can't take it, even though we can take them back quite handily. So let's march on Essen now, take it back, and really fight this out. Really duke this out with these guys. This will be the last big fight of the campaign, I think. And the Red Eye. The Red Eye are pushing north into Nagenhof. That does complicate things a little bit. This lightning strike. We can't lightning strike. So let's see what they got. It's saying they've got a balance of power. Maybe purely based on numbers, because we've got some strong units here. We've got better archers than them. We've got better main front line than them. These guys are looking weak. I reckon we have this. The one trouble we're going to have is the pistoliers here, the missile cavalry. We don't have much of an answer to that other than our own archers. But we have an answer to their archers, which is our cavalry. We have an answer to everything else. So I think we're going to win this one. Let's fight this battle. And let's move that glass out of my way so I can see the time. So I can measure how long this episode's been going on for. You don't need to know what I'm doing here. But I'm telling you anyway to waste time while the screen is loading. Let's have a goose and gander at this. Okay, I like this. Nice, even, flattish. I might even make it a little bit more flattish by bringing it over here. I know the high ground. Yeah, do we want to lose the high ground? The high ground is always important. Let's remember that. So let's just get our archers and group them up for one. We don't want you in the group.
Take aim.
You're something else entirely.
Taking aim.
Let's drag you there, like so. Let's unlock you.
Empire endures.
Drag you like so. Take off skirmish mode, because I hate it, and this time I remembered. And now, Spearmen and Halberders, you take the front in front of them. I kind of want to checkerboard it. It's going to be a rough fight. I do want to checkerboard it, but I don't think it's actually going to be worthwhile use of my time. And then great swords on the side. Great swords in the woods here on this side. And the 2 swordsmen. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? There you. Yeah. Oh, I've got 3 swordsmen. How good of knowledge of my army I have. I didn't even realise I had 3 different swordsmen. So, what do we want to do? How do we want to play this? Where do we want to put the swordsmen? I suppose we can spread our lines even thinner, and like scatter the swordsmen in between. But I think I might just put them behind our greatsword units, so they can kind of come around the side a little bit easier here. And then we'll get cavalry on this corner. Cavalry. There you go. This corner. Get them behind there. Get you guys in. Remember that this wizard's got a Pegasus now, which is very helpful.
Missiles will fly.
And we'll kind of put these guys all the way. Can we put them in there? No, we can't. Can't just sneak them in that corner. I'm going to put them here. I think... I could be wrong. I think this will block their line of sight. So they can't see those guys placed out there. So let's start deployment. I'm happy with the magic. And start battle. Yeah, so let's spread their lines very, very thin, quite round here at the back. So let's... First things first. they haven't got much in the way of cavalry. They can't move very fast. So let's get our cavalry out here in the corner
Taking aim.
and get our archers hitting our archers from the side. And already, their cavalry is taking missile fire, which is great. Because this is the one thing we don't have much of an answer for. So if that's taking early damage, that's good. But looks like they are coming out for our cavalry, which is a shame. But maybe that works in our favour. If we lure them out,
The ground quakes.
if we lure out their missile cavalry, there you go. They're stopping still now. No, they're still following. They're still following. So let's just kite them over across our archers. Let our archers take pot shots at them.
Tailed comet. Go.
And while they're doing that, because they're getting in range now, there you go, they're in range, we'll get our cavalry in on that side of the archers. Same thing with these guys here. Just take them out and bring them in on that clash on that side there. And now these guys are running away. That's good. That's good. We kind of want a bit more damage on them, but we're doing something here. Let's bring these forward a little bit. I want these to be taking the archer fire because they've got shields and the great swords don't.
Ready.
But we've messed up their archer lines already. So when their front line engages, we should have what it takes to come around the side of them. And look, we're messing up these guys here as well. Let's not chase the retreaters. Not just yet. We're not ready for that just yet. Now we have a little skirmish on this side that we can take. We're going to take him anyway. And what do we want to do here? Do we want to magic? Let's put a bit of Far's protection on the Caribou greatswords. Make them a little bit tankier in that fight there. You guys, you target the pistoliers because we want them gone.
Cavalry ready.
And now they've hit our main lines. Let's bring you, get you in like so, and get you around the side as well. Go there, and then come here.
At speed. Take the ground.
So that's good news. You get around the back, and what we're going to do, we're going to get you guys, these cavalry here, on them. And to make sure that goes well, we'll cast a banishment. Can we get both of them? No, let's just cast a 1 on them. So the pistoliers they've got there can't run away.
Spot us the target.
And they're going to get hit up pretty harshly by our cav.
Launch. We are Sigmar.
Yeah, continue running down these archers while we can. The front line's holding quite well. This is where most of the fight's happening here, but that's where our strongest units are. So I'm happy for that to carry on like that. And we'll just bring our swordsmen in to come around the back. In fact, what we can do, after we lay a volley in on these guys here, we'll actually push our archers to fire in the back lines of this fight here. They've got no chance of surviving that.
We serve France.
But a lot of units are running away in fear now. Let's chase down the ones we can with the cav. Because I don't want their leader engaging our cavalry. I just realised you're not involved in the fight, so you get round into the back here. And let's Reichland Runefang in a bit when we've got most of our soldiers in play.
Ready to fire. Ulrich's wrath on them.
So now charge in. You're going to do it? You're going to charge in? That's it. Massive charge. And as soon as you hit Reichland Runefang,
Very well.
it wasn't as a devastated charge as I would have wanted, but he's in battle now. There you go.
Conditions.
More are coming in, but they're weak, and we've got more of our swords coming in as well. We have mashed up this fight. Our front line was barely touched because most of their strength came from the sheer amount of archers they have. And they don't really have an answer for our cavalry, so that's good. I forgot these guys have skirmish mode on. That's not a big deal.
Find your target.
Now, they are in... I think we won't actually let them retreat because they're in a town. We'll just completely wipe them out. So there's no point carrying this fight on any longer. Decisive victory. Very decisive victory, I might say. 61 losses to their... What the fuck? Numbers, people. Numbers. Look at that. 1,371. Yes, for maths, I think. That's a maths win on my part. To 61 deaths. What are the ratios there? Does someone have a calculator? Future Ryan, when you're editing, bring a calculator on screen. Work up the ratios. Okay. So, loot and occupy. No, it's our land. They just had it for one turn. Let's just occupy. I'm not going to slaughter my own people. And we've got the Griffin Baron, Son of the Enemy. What does it do? Constant around sight, south, -4 leadership. That would be quite good at using a unit that likes to chase down troops like the cavalry. So I might keep that. We'll see. Enemy killed in battle. Yeah, their entire army's been wiped out there. That was a desperation call from them, putting that army through to them. So now we've got these armies to chase down. And that's easily done. And we'll see what happens here. Nagenhof, let them do it for us and then take it from them, I think, to be fair. And that starts a war with greenskins, which we like for our objective, our quest. Meanwhile, in Castle Drakenhof, do we want to do anything? If so, what do we want to do? I don't know, quite frankly, but Eschen has been... It looks like it's been devolved, so let's upgrade Eschen. And I don't really know where I want to put this. I can't remember what I said last time, but it is a 5-leveler, so maybe we want to put some level 5 buildings in there. And I think a gunsmith was a great way to start that. So let's do that. Let's put a gunsmith in there. Probably not the best use of money, but we'll do in it. We also do have upgrades to do here, which we need a lot of money for. We're just not quite there yet. Now, I did see movement here. Because of this Artois, I think we're going to be moving closer to a battle with the Blackstone Post. So I'm just going to get these guys... If I get these guys sitting there, I'm very, very ready for a fight then, I think. Let's see what happens. Let's see how that changes things. So I'm very tempted to take it. I think we can, but I would like support from the Bretonnians because I'm in that war for them. And now we have unassigned skill points to give. The best part of war is that it makes me stronger. And we're pretty good. We're pretty happy across the board here. What have we said we wanted? Fire's protection, I think, added an effect area could be really good. So it's not only giving it to one unit, but a whole area unit. So in a really tight fight, giving them added armor and melee defense. And that's a huge amount of armor and melee defense, I must add. 30 and 24. 30, 24, 30, 24. 30, 24. Miscast chance goes down. Okay, that's the only upgrade from the last part. So light of battle, what does that do? Unbreakable, that's not such a good idea. I'm going to go with fast protection. Really upgrade that. And then to Siegfried, Dirk Beckenberg, no. Karl Franz, no. Still not ready to level up. He hasn't leveled up. But that's okay. That's not a big deal. We're happy with that. But we do have details. So, Razor Standard, he doesn't really need. He can go with the... I think here I'm going to go with the Griffin Banner. That seems quite helpful, that did. So before our next battle, I'll remember to equip that. Just a leadership debuff to anyone that unit is fighting seems quite handy. And we do want growth here. We've changed... It was growth before, I believe. Which one was it? We do want growth. Really grow this province as quickly as possible. But this is interesting. I think Nagenhof won't last much longer. So let's end the turn here. Nice little battle to start the episode with. A battle that we absolutely smashed. It's always good to hear. Now I'm going to fast forward until we get to Barrow Legion. Let's watch the Barrow Legion. What have they got to do? Oh, too late. We don't see what they did. Ostermark are trying stuff against us. What? Oh, they're going for... Okay, it's saying that they outclass us in every way. I suppose they do, really. But I'm going to battle this anyway to get as many units of them as well. They're trying in desperation at the moment. And it's an inconvenience to us. You know, I would have preferred it if they didn't do this. But it does show that the battle is pretty much in our favour. The war, sorry, is pretty much in our favour. This battle, it's not. Let's be real here. But what we can do... Where are our swordsmen? We have one unit... Swords. Okay, yeah. Let's bring them forward here.
Crossbowman!
Okay, there is a reason I'm doing this. Because I want to hit them
Weapons are yours. Ready for war!
soon. I want to hit them very early. So let's start battle.
Taking position.
First thing that you lot do is charge forward. You got come into a side position here.
Go!
I imagine the fight's going to happen here, maybe here.
Take the ground!
So I want to get this unit dead before the reinforcements came in. Take them on both at once. And they're leading with their archers, so this might hit in our favour.
Crossbowman!
So let's hit their archers while they're hitting ours.
Missiles will fly!
Okay. Now it's starting. Now the battle lines are being drawn here.
The Heldenhammer!
They have their lord in the fight, and you know I think we are losing this one, to be honest, but we're trying to get as many kills as possible, make it easier for a much larger fight that doesn't need it to be any easier later on. But yeah, we're getting decimated here by their lord and their lord alone.
Crossbows ready, General!
Maybe rushing into this fight was probably the bad idea, to be honest. So I thought we had the strength to take this, and now I'm looking at the fight going down. I'm like, we don't have the strength to take this.
Ready for war!
And they're focusing their archer fire on these, which is quite clever, really. Getting out one group of archers early. But that leaves this army undefended, this archer bunch undefended. So they're dropping like flies quite quickly. And I wanted our spearmen to do a little bit more against the mounted lord here, but they're not doing as well as I thought. And now these are splitting their attention. They had these so low and then they started shooting elsewhere. That's stupid because now their archers are getting broken much faster than ours are. And that's the win from this front. Okay, he's disengaging. We know why. It's the cycle charge. But let's ignore him.
Ready! Swordsman!
Let's bring the swords in to fight them and the spears to fight him. Because that's where the best odds are. So these are broken. He's going to be broken anytime soon. And
Missiles at the ready!
come on, come on. When's the flag's going to come up? Come on, where's the flag at? There's constant stream of arrows. There you go. Now get these around the back here. And just, again, constant stream of arrows. I think we're winning this one. Taking fire. They're 21. What are they on? 36. Okay, we're not winning this one. I thought we would be, to be honest. So let's just help them out a little bit. Get some on the side. And that completely turns them around. Taking fire from two angles. They're not going to last very long. I do like their colours, though. They've got some very nice... The purple and the white and the bit of the black. They're very nice colours. That's what we want. They're retreating. He's still cycle charging, but I'm not going to waste too much resources on trying to take out their leader anymore. That was a mistake from mine. Now we're just putting in our arrows on their side flanks, which is what we need. But I think our main line is fleeing now, which is not what we need. That's the opposite.
Sigmar, preserve!
And these are coming back into the fight, which is not good. Everyone's fleeing. Yeah, okay. We lost that battle. We knew we were going to lose that battle. I think we kind of got back into it, though. Look, for every loss, we made them suffer an equal loss. I think that's pretty good, considering they had outranking numbers and skills and such. And this was a very basic army with no leader either. So I think we did well. We made them suffer for trying that. Although, we can't blame them for it. Desperation times for them. But you know what that means. Now, oh, they're marching forth. Then they didn't take Wardenhof. Okay. That was interesting. So I'm going to have to do some repairs in Waldinghof. They just raided it, I imagine. They just sacked it. That's the right word. So that means I'm going to have to do some repairs and stuff. Not the biggest deal, because this is still an area in flux. I always knew this area was in a little bit of flux. So let's do some shit here. Who do I want to kill first? Cloud von Rees or Wolf von Hertwig? Doesn't really matter either way. But Wolf von Hertwig, can he take Essen on his own? What's the garrison in Essen like? It's huge. It's huge. It's not going to be at full strength. But no, he can't take it alone. But what I'm going to do, kill him anyway. There we go. That's them dead. Probably shouldn't have auto-resolved it. I lost a little bit too many troops there. Look how many troops these got. 88. They were never going to get 88 in a real battle. But never mind. Treasury, leadership. Let's go with unit replenishment. Bold. This one is no Craven. Was personally involved in combat during battles. Charge, bonusship, and leadership. Very helpful. And let's just march you out towards this guy here. Waldenhof, Castle Drakenhof. No, I don't have the gold to build anything there. Things are going well. Lord not moved. Okay, so these guys aren't doing anything still. We're just going to sit you there for now. Lord not move. We know. We'll skip over. Unassigned skill points. Karl Franz has leveled up this time. And that means, I think, we're going to give him Deathclaw. And that's going to change things massively for our fights now. Even though it statistically, on the stats, it looked like a bad move, you wait until you see Karl Franz in battle now. He is a beast on top of a beast now. Haumgar is ready to level up, so let's level up Haumgar and end the turn. That's good news, because next time we level up Haumgar, that'll put it on its highest possible setting then. And that is a very strong garrison there to protect us from any armies rolling in from the south of these mountain pass. And let's fast forward. Ooh, the Red Eye, what do they want? Non-aggression pact. Not going to happen, mate. We want that Nagenhof. And it looks like the battle went in Nagenhof and the Red Eye didn't take it. Hostile assault garrison success. I'm not worried about that. They can assault all the garrisons they want. They're never going to take anything from us. Let's just do a little thing here. Gizzo Real. Set a war target.
I hope you bring glad tidings.
Blackstone Pass. Okay. So now, Leon Kerr, who is a huge military force, he's strength rank number 1. I'm 17 at the moment. He is doing great. That's going to change, but fair play to him for doing as well as he did. I've set a war coordination target now, which means we are both going to be focusing on Blackstone Pass. So let's cancel this
By the comet, fight
and
for
siege
our
it.
nation.
Get it under siege.
War calls.
We can't push right now. I think we have a good enough army to try, but I think it's going to be very, very lossy at the moment. So let's just continue that siege.
Heldenhammer.
And hopefully they bring in this army to support. Not the strongest army, but gives us a little bit of support. Now, let's have a look over here. So the Red Eye attacked Nagenhof, but didn't actually take it. So Nagenhof is going to be weak now. So I imagine they put, as much of a fight they put up, they took quite a force there. They must have taken some losses. And it looks like the army moved into these mountains, the other small army. Maybe a desperation attack on Karak Ungor? Possibly. But all I know is that that whole situation has really worked out in my favour. So let's go Nagenhof. Oh, we're just on the border. We can't attack it this turn. It gives them a little bit of time to, you know, build up and stuff. But never mind. Oh, we've still got the army to take, and let's not get greedy. And Waldenhof, we can grow yet again. After that siege that dropped it, we're good. Siege construction available. Don't care. End turn. They're battling us, and it does push things in our favour a little bit. But what I'm going to do is retreat. I'm going to pull my armies out of there. I don't want to face that battle just yet without Bretonia backing me up. Let's see if they decide to chase me. Under Morsleeb's glare, your warriors range deep into hostile lands, but all is not well. There are dark omens abroad, as if the shadow of some horned god was watching from an evil moon above. The army is fettered by Morsleep's gear. Improve the omens, make us better in battle, or risk Morsleep's wrath and nothing happens. Let's not worry about Morsleep. I don't give a shit about Morsleep. Okay. Wizenland has come under attack from beastmen in the region of Wizenburg and are appealing views for military assistance. Will he come to their end? No. Wizenland defending against the beastmen? I don't care. Quite frankly. Continuous production, we've researched that. Excellent. And savage orcs are coming. Excellent. So, yeah. A weak Wizenland is good for us. Because we're never going to get them on our side. Let's get our army strong and just take that area by force, I reckon. Maybe not now, maybe not next episode, but soon we're going to take that area by force. So I'm not worried about gaining fealty. I'm not going to waste money and prestige by gaining fealty with this lot of savage backwater people. Really surprised to see none of these growing at the moment, but they will grow. We will get these to 10 and finally crack some of these lands via confederation. But let's do what's important. Let's attack Magenhof for real this time. Yes, and look how weak they are. And look at him on his Griffin. Doesn't everyone look cool? So, Griffin banner. So we're going to use this to get... I think we're going to put it on the cavalry. I want to put it on these guys. So I think they'll be so strong then. Especially like at breaking morale with the fire damage. Also blood, like extra melee attack, extra leadership. Unbreakable. And a leadership loss for the enemy. That'll be huge. But I do want to kind of give it to... the cavalry. Make the people the cavalry hit. Then again, it's effect range 40 meters. So if I put it on them and they're fighting in a frontline battle, it affects all the enemies, not just one. Whereas put it on these, it might break one unit faster, but it's still only one unit. So I think that's the way to go. And I'll probably want to do auto-resolve this, but let's fight the battle manually, just so we can see him on bloody... What's it called? What's it called? I forgot what he's called now, but anyway. He's on a flying monster. He's on a griffin. So that would be awesome to see. And it's this bloody... Oh, no. This map. It's not a big deal. If it's a big battle on this map. I don't mind the statue in the middle of this map. But it's the forest around the statue that really piss me off. I hate fighting in the forest. The statue kind of makes things different. It kind of went, oh, which side do I go around the statue? Do I break them? How do I do this? Etc, etc, etc. But, the forest annoys me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up my main line. Oh, no, I can't. Damn it. I'm going to kind of split my main line to 2 because I can afford it here. So get one of these each side. Probably a little bit further back than that, to be honest. Halberders and a spearman, nice and thin there. Group that up. Halberdiers and a spearman, group. Oh, no. Position them, then group them up, Ryan. You know the drill. And crossbows behind. And apparently, for some reason, that grouping up didn't take. There you go. And now our swordsmen, they're free to move through the middle into the woods and attack from the sides. They're probably going to move through the middle as well, but I'm going to get the horses going around the sides to kind of kite them around a little bit. You guys, where can you guys go? You can go all the way out. Oh, no, you can't. Let's just put you in the forests here. Just to be our eyes in the centre. And am I missing anything? I'm missing to check out this. Look at this. Look at that beauty. Karl Franz could not get any more beautiful, or so I thought, until that happened. There's a button that gets rid of the hood, and I can't remember which one it is. But never mind. I'm probably going to press the wrong button and do something stupid here now. Oh, I can't remember. Never mind. I found the button. It's K. That's still... Okay, let's start deployment. There you go. Look at him. How beautiful is that? He is going to mess up some fools, especially with his Pegasus buddy. Look how tiny the little Pegasus looks in comparison. Look, he's got the tiger stripes and everything. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, So let's get the UI back on. There you go. And start this battle. So first things first, let's move you guys forward. Let's see where they're going to be here. They're going to be moving through the forest. And let's bring you guys into the forest. And you can see they've got the little standard on them there. It's a very scary looking symbol on top of the sans. Oh, they're Sigmar's sons. They've got the thing because they're a special thing. Where are my Caribou greatswords at? What do you have? And there you go. Can they see us? Are they just completely ignoring? Who cares? Let's march our bloody greatswords in here. Smash them up with greatswords. And let's bring in Karl Franz. I'm so glad I figured out what that button is. I should have looked a long time ago. In he comes. In he comes. This is more interesting than the battle going on right now. This beautiful bird flying through the trees.
The Empire endures!
Hitting their archers from behind. And look at that. Look at that destruction. Love it. You gotta love it. Are they running away already? It looks like they're running away. Yeah. All it takes is one little charge from Karl Franz on the back of a horse, a flying griffin. And that's them gone. So let's charge into the back of the main forces here. Artillery fire, massive overwhelming numbers from a much better force. These guys are screwed. And they went so easy. That was probably mostly broken by the, well, not mostly, but helped by the fact that he could break the archers so fast, and then they have the pendant that breaks them a little bit faster. You are beautiful. I'm in love with your tiger horse, Griffin. What's his name? I forgot what his name is. They only just equipped it the other turn. 6 losses total. I don't know who died, but they deserved it. If they died in that fight, they deserve to die. I'm sorry. It makes our army weak, the fact that they were in it. So getting them gone. 40 kills from Karl Franz. All he did is jump on one group of archers and 40 kills. Dead. So let's... do we want to loot and occupy? No, let's just... It's a lot of gold, to be fair. 2,000 gold. Let's just occupy. Let's not take the hit to public order. Because we're going to have a public order issue down here soon, and I kind of want to get down to fix that. Before we march on to Carrick and Gore and take these guys to really do that greenskin damage. But they don't like us at the moment. They're not at war with us at the moment. So let's not worry about it. Next turn, we'll march these back down to Waldenhof to kind of settle things up down here. Eschen. What can I build in Eschen? Let's upgrade the vineyard. And it's also... But a blacksmith. Back to how it was now. After a couple of turns, they're built. It's back to how it was before it was taken back. And you're leveled up. I don't... Mars protection yet again. Why not? Because I don't really know where to level him anymore, to be honest with you. He's in such a strong position, this wizard. And I barely use him as it is. Now, these guys retreated here. They didn't march on like I thought they were going to. So I'm just going to get ready just in case they do next turn. Unassigned skill points. Empire Karl Franz, of course. Who else is going to be? Deathclaw is his name. That's a very fitting name. Leader of men. Seeing as he's going to be much more around the map and stuff, I think. Why can I do that? 6 points in previous group. Okay, that used to be 4 points in the previous group. I never knew that. So we can level up Pistol Corps and Imperial Gunnery fully. So actually, that's what I'm going to go for. That makes more sense to me. Research available. We did say we're going to go this way. Income from iron mines and gold mines. Very helpful because we have a gold mine now in Castle Drakenhof. And construction time 25% for all buildings. That's helpful. Not amazing, but that's helpful. So let's push this way. And let's end the turn there. So Ostermark have done a good job of slowing down our final take of them. They're still around somewhere, kind of annoyingly. But, oh, anything happening here? Let's just fast forward it, who cares? Quran are still doing stuff. They're still moving armies about. They're just not moving where I want them to go. And there's the Ostermark army. They're just raiding Nagenhof in the corner there. So they are soon to be out of this game. We've got all their lands. That's their one army they have.
Welcome in my court. Yet here you are.
Peace treaty? No. You've given us no reason to declare peace with you. You've not even attacked me once. Confederation. Ah, this is interesting. We'll see who's the full war fervor. Leadership for all armies. Very good. Hostile hero activity. Failure. Raiding Essen Ostermark. We knew that. So yeah, the Greenskins, or whatever they're actually called now, before they've confederated everyone, they're Black Crag. They have confederated the army we're going to go to war with up here. So that's going to be, if I go to war with them, I'm going to war with a much stronger force now. Because these, the Black Crag, operate down here somewhere, and they are very strong. You can see them there down here. So they've got down here, they've got up there. They've got quite a chunk of lands. I don't know where I saw all of this, but I do now. Maybe it's because Zavorlak down here, I'm getting eyes on through this. But I'm seeing more of down here than I used to, and it is interesting. Karak Angazar is owned by these guys. That's interesting, because if we do get a confederation here, we get kind of a foothold in the Badlands for this when we campaign around the Badlands. So that is very nice that we have that so early, if we get that confederation some point soon, which we're so close to. We just need one more positive mental authority, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, low imperial authority will not only cause you to lose confidence in subjects, but may eventually... Where it says like a random chance per turn to gain an imperial authority with someone because this is high. Elector count fealty increased chance for 5%. So every 20 turns, in theory, every 20 turns, I should gain one with these guys, and we are at turn 66, and I've only gained one with them ever. It doesn't say anything there of not being able to make fealty 10 based on that alone, so I don't see why it hasn't. So we're due one at any point now. But never mind. More important issues at hand, and those issues are moving my army down to these guys to fuck up their day. Waldenhof, public order -63. This is for the entire Eastern Savannah, so these three areas here. We do want to get on top of this as soon as possible. We do want to move our armies into these lands to quell that. But let's level up this, because this goes from +1 public order to +2. So that's a little bit of a boon for us as well. And we're going to get a little bit of a boon when this is built properly as well. So we're getting there. It's not too much of an issue. Corruption's the main issue at the moment, as well as provincial instability. Provincial instability will go down when we stop fighting in this area. That's only because we've been fighting around here so much that that's so high. Taxes. I could get rid of taxes, but that's not going to help. But you know, when it gets desperate, we'll start looking into that. Naganov we're going up +1 at the moment. I imagine that's because the characters. Yeah, so we have an army in the region. That's why that's going up so high. But once provincial instability goes down, the raiding's gone, we should be okay on that front. We'll look into it a bit more. We might have to build a pub to keep these guys happy when we don't have the entire area. It's quite hard to kind of manage public order. But no corruption, which is good. And it's just the raiding. Raiding and provincial instability -5. That can disappear. And we have 4 from buildings. Taxes is 4 on its own difficulty level. So we're not actually meeting that at all. But this is a future problem for future Ryan to deal with. It's not so much an issue now. Lord not moved over here because they're not ready to move. When are they going to go? Sack value 11,000 gold from sacking this. I want it. Lord not moved. We're going to skip that. We're going to keep him there. We don't have any issues north, do we? Yeah, I can't see any signs of... Yeah, no signs of Norscan armies coming down. It'd be interesting if they do. I think we are due it, but for now we're safe. And I don't have the gold. Because I'm expanding over here, I don't have the gold to do this. Just end turn there. It is probably time I should start saving up a little bit to fully upgrade Outdoor. Get a full Altdorf would be great for our army, our faction as a whole. But this war over here is just dragging on, just waiting for someone to do something, and it's not going to be them, it's not going to be them, it's not going to be me.
Be at peace, for that is all I ever want.
Be at peace, that's all I ever want. Trade agreement with them. Oh yeah, we have a trade route now with them. That was broken before. So that's good. Let's. They offer 300 gold as well. I already took it without the gold. But let's accept that. So how trade works is you've got to have a route between the capitals.
From across the Grey Mountains.
Military alliance. I don't want a military alliance with them just yet because I'd be dragged into their wars, and that's not going to offer me anything. Here we go. So, if we do this, you have become a privy to a huge financial debt that exists between two imperial states. Elect Count Theodik Gusser of Nordland secured a large loan of unaccounted gold secretly withdrawn from the state treasury of Stirland. Through there was a gentleman's agreement to pay it back. We've had this before. Who do we want to side with? So, we side with Norland. We get one with them. That goes to 7, and that goes down to 8. Not great. We get one with Stirland, that goes down. It's a shame because we do want to kind of build that up. I think Nordlands are probably the most important lands for us to take, to be honest, because that's the front line against the chaos. But Stirland, if we do this, we secure that land through Confederation. So let's do that. Let's side with Stirland. And these are at 10 now. So let's have a look how this works. Is it in the electoral machinations? No. Is it in elector counts? Click on you guys. You cannot assign an elector count until you own the state's capital. Oh, okay. We can actually assign an elector count here. Let's do that in a second. First things first. Let's diplomacy with you guys. Stirland.
It is good to see fellow
Add
sons
offers.
of the Empire this day.
Okay. We can't confederate. I thought we can confederate at 10. 30 of 10 result in the elector count offering confederation of their faction. Or maybe we've got to wait for their next turn to do it. Maybe that's me being mistaken how that works. So let's just quickly root out this little bit of whatever's going on down here. They've hired some extra troops, but not a big deal because we're just auto-resolve them to death. And let's take some leadership. Faction destroyed Ostermark. Very happy. Everyone's happy with that. Look at all those armies were killed, and we'll just put you in Waldenhof. And look at that. That is buildings, characters, military presence. That is pushing that public order back up in the right direction. Once that's there, we can then go back to Nagenhof and push that in the right direction yet again. Just bounce them back and forth a little bit until we've stabilized things. And now these, Carrick Cadrin, these are the main dwarves. These are the big boy dwarfs. So let's get a trade agreement with them, because that is, oh my god. Imports, wine and property. Exports, golden isles, dwarf beer, carved obsidian. We get access to all this sort of stuff. I don't know how that impacts us, but they get a shitload of gold from that. And we get a shitload of gold. Well, a small amount of gold from this. So let's offer that.
Agreed.
Because we want them to be friends. And military access
Right.
means nothing to us, but I think having treaties with them does improve the friendliness, and we want them allies. If we get these allies and Bretonian allies, we've kind of got an alliance for good. You know, all the forces are good in an alliance then. And that kind of really sets the tone for the rest of the campaign, the rest of the game. So that's good. Waldenhof, what do we want to build here? Not too important to level that up just yet. Do we want growth? Where are we? We're a long way from growth. So let's get some growth buildings in that area. And yeah, we've got a bit of a gold surplus at the moment. We don't want to build any more armies. We have the gold for another army. But I think keeping the gold, building up the lands we've gained is the priority at the moment. And let's level up Nagenhof. And no, I can't level up both. Of course I can't. That's stupid. Let's level up Nagenhof. Okay. So things are going okay. Still interested in what's going on. This army's been basically useless down here. But I think having a army close to your homeland, not doing much. Bit of a waste of gold, possibly. But it's helpful, at least. And I think next turn, when I end this turn, we're going to roll over. And these are going to offer us Confederation. Which changes how this game's going to play out, I imagine. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. All this becomes ours, including Mordheim, which is a personal goal of mine. So that's good all round. So unassigned skill points, let's assign some of these. Oh, it's this guy. So what do we want? Burning Head. What was this? With lethal streak, it strolls around the map, immolating anything in its way. Oh, this is a magic kind of... I forget what they call it. What's it called? A magic wind strike. So it attacks in like a square, I believe, in a straight line. Or it's a kind of a cone. I'm not sure if it's like a square, like a rectangle, or a cone. I'm not sure. But either way, it's a very good directional attack. So let's upgrade that yet again. Lord not moved. Yes, we know. We're going to skip over that. Unassigned skill points. Empire Karl Franz yet again leveling up. So Imperial Gunnery. Unassigned skill points. Bloody hell. A lot of these to assign. And it's this guy who we don't have actually a lot of... I don't really know what to do with him. Bionis Time Walk, speed, and melee attack is nice, but... Wound, we can max out that. That'll be cool. Boost income. This is boost income. So whenever he's in friendly lands, we're getting a little bit more gold. That seems like a very kind of... It makes sense strategy. And electoral machinations. No. Elector counts. We own the capital. You can appoint one of your characters or state electors counts. State capital castle Drakenhof. We own it. This lord is the current owner of the state's capital, which grants them the following benefits. Elector Count of Sylvania, Stahlberg's Letter, whatever that means, and Knights of Moor, the Empire Knights. Okay. So, candidates are these three. Are there no other candidates here? No. Conroy Claus. Do we know these people? Hang on. Karl Franz there. And who's this guy over here? What was his name? I could just click on this. Sigfield Strongham. So he's our guy. So we want to reward him with an elector count, surely. That was him, Sigfield Strongham. Let's give him...
Affirmative.
There you go. So you get Starberg's Letter, whatever that is, a magic item of some kind. And he gets the ability to recruit Knights of Moor. Is that how that works? And they're Empire Knights. He gets the ability to award Carlberg Great Swords because he owns, Reichland. And he gets the Dragon Tooth because he owns Reichland. Okay, that's cool. So, Starberg's Letter. Leadership when fighting around Vampire Counts, Vampire Coast, and Tomb Kings. And that's good because that's where he's at now. Untainted Local Province. That's very useful. Double experience gains for units when fighting against Vampire Coast, and Tomb Kings. Great immune psychology. That's a really helpful item. Let's pop into his thing and make sure that's equipped. Oh, it is equipped. Cool. So that's going to be really helpful, especially in this battle against these, who happen to be Vampire Counts. So we've given that to the right person who needs it. So let's end the turn now and see how things change. What is Vampiric Corruption here doing? 6 is the local commandments, and local populace is 3. So that is going down. We do want to increase it a bit more, though. Because we want to get that kind of like 90% untainted. It's going to be hard, but that's where we want it. Okay. Great strides have been made in your relationship with the state of Stirland of late. Their elected count, Albrecht Haupt Anderson, has approached you with an offer of confederation. Historically, Stirland has had the ignominy of sharing terrain with the realm of the vampires in easternmost areas. Despite this, its capital Wurtbad is known as the wine capital of the empire, since Stirland's highest quality wines are sold here. Good wine. Attracting traders from across the empire. Will you accept Stirland's offer of confederation? Yes, because there's no risk to it now, because we own the eastern side. This is bridging our mainland with the eastern side with Castle Drakenhof. Actually, no, it's not, but it is through this little area here. If you just look up here, this is the green area we're looking at. This all becomes ours. So these, the golden, have this kind of crescent. That's blocking off from the actual Castle Drakenhof, but we do own this up here north now. So that's very helpful. Confederation will be offered again in 20 turns if we say no, and Imperiality stays at +1. If we accept Confederation, it goes down to -3. We've got to accept it. I want it. Let's be honest. But that drops this down to -4 here. Confederation between World Walkers and the Vammerheimlings. That's a shame. That means the Norscan armies are getting stronger. Confederation with them. Province secured Stirland. Province got Mootland. Everything good. How did this go down? How did this go down? It went down 3, but to -4. But not a big deal. We can kind of get it back up over time. I can't remember how you do that, to be honest. Imperial will not... Low Imperial authority causes you lose confidence in subjects, but may eventually lead to other elect counts deciding to oust you. This could eventually lead to civil war because of Confederation and elect counts destroyed. Okay, because we took out these guys, it did go down. Right, okay. But, so we have to find ways of boosting that now. But I think there are ways. We've just been avoiding them because, you know, we didn't need to up it. But now we do. Maybe I should have actually used the ways of upping it to give myself a little bit of, you know, a bank. So when it drops down, we can get it back again. But I didn't know it was going to drop down so harsh when we destroyed these. I didn't know it was going down so harsh when we confederated these. But not to learn, lesson learned. Important thing is now going, look at all this land we have. So, Stirland, Wertbag, Needling, and Flensburg. That is Needling, Wertbag, and Flensburg. Very happy with that. And more time there. Personal goal of mine, like I said. Very happy with that. And for Oberstein, it's a bit out there doing nothing on its own, but you know what? We'll deal with it. And anything else we took? Anything else? It looks like that's just it. Just these 5, sorry. And the Moot. We got the Moot. Which is on its own, doing its own thing. Which is pretty cool. Are these the buildings we want on the Moot, though? Because I think it's on its own. We're not going to be in there very often building troops. So let's destroy the barracks there. We don't need a barracks there, to be honest with you. Let's have a look at Wertbag. This is going to be a lot of management now. So, tool walls, reinforced walls. Do we really want to focus that there? We don't want this here. I know that much. We don't want a barracks there when we can build a barracks here. And is public order going to be a problem? No, it's not. So let's get rid of that there as well. We will keep the Tailors Guild to keep the money rolling in. And I will keep that for now, but I won't upgrade it yet. Purely because there's no threat. Although, maybe in the future, when the chaos does come from the north, I think we're going to lose a lot of this land here. It would be nice to have a couple of bastions that can withstand a fight. And we don't quite have them just yet. So I'm not going to upgrade it, but I'm going to keep it in the back pocket, so to speak. Now, interestingly, this has gone down massively because we own more armies now. So where are our armies? We're going to have to look at that in the future. But I'm pretty happy with how things look here. For now, we're going to slowly kind of tailor this a little bit more. Because let's try and destroy... What does that provide? Tailors Guild, 500 gold. We'll see what we want to build. When we've got this free space to build in, we'll see what we want to build then. For till now, I'm going to leave that be. And where are the armies? Because we're going to have to make some... Oh, it looks like they're moving in on Blackstone Post. So let's... So let's do that. Move in before them, so then we get it instead of them. And continue siege. Unfortunately, they're a little bit out of reinforcement range, which is a bit of a shame. But never mind. What else are we working with here? Problem is, we're not going to get these for a while now because we've taken this land and it's dropped so low. But we'll work with that time being. Wertbad. Oh, interesting army comp here. Albrecht Hoopt Anderson. That's our main man. He's level 9. He's quite strong. And we have an army in Flensburg as well. Owen Becker. It's interesting composition there. Interesting compositions across the board. I feel like I might keep one of these armies. Keeping both of them is definitely too much. And to be honest, keeping one of them is probably too much at this stage in the game when we're focused on diplomatic ways of growing our empire at the moment. Unless, of course, we did want to start pushing south against the Greenskins down here. Which the dwarves alone look like they're doing a pretty good job of, to be honest. They've got Black Crag. We're pushing the Greenskins quite down. There's no need for us to have those armies at the moment. So this army in particular... recruit elect count state troops? No, I don't think I will. Cannot recruit unit. Only available again if the indicated number of turns. Okay, cool. So we can recruit them again, even though we've already got them recruited. That's pretty cool. Knights of More, the shock cavalry, we don't want to recruit them. I'm just doing this more to look than anything else. So, disband. Okay, no. Let's just do this. Why wouldn't it let me... There you go. It's because I had... No, it wasn't. Oh, I've got to do this. Sorry, I don't normally disband a lot of things. But any of these useful to me? I don't think they are. Let's just disband them. It's costing us a lot of gold. Look how much gold we went up again. Disband you. Disband you. And now they're all gone. I can disband him. So let's get a bit of gold back. I'm going to keep you alive for a second. Because I want you to mix up with this army. Let's actually march them across to each other here.
Pick up the pace.
Things are okay there. I think I'm going to need to go back there in a second. But things are okay for now. And Essen is on the up and up because we've got more time now as well. And things in wartime look pretty much what we want. Let's not change what's in wartime. So let's move that army there. And march you out here. Let's put you in march as well. So they're not quite going to touch. But next turn, we can mix these up again. We'll disband some. I think we're going to disband them completely, to be honest. But we're going to make sure we've got the strongest army. We're taking the strongest of units from these. Because I like these Howlblaster, Howlstorm rocket batteries. Extremely powerful, if extremely unreliable weapons from the Empire's arsenal. Maybe it's a good idea to get one of them and one mortar to mix things up a little bit. Or maybe go both of these. I don't know which one's more powerful. I think the mortars are a little bit kind of basic level. So maybe two of these would be good. War wagons, I'm kind of not sure if I want to keep one of them either. Tempted, but not sold on it all just yet. But we'll see. And also, we now have... No, wrong. Always click the wrong one. This land here. Let's give it to Albrecht Haupt Anderson. Because, oh, hang on, we've got more. Owen Becker, who we just disbanded. But, like, these two, I don't know idea who you are. Albrecht Haupt Anderson was the old guy who led Stirland. So giving him back Stirland makes sense. And Untainted All Provinces. Upkeep for... It gives him a nice little bonus there. Orc Hewer. And he gets the ability to hire the Stir River Patrol, which seemed pretty cool. So let's drop Albrecht right there. And we're getting some of these lands back. We used to have just this, and now we have all of this. It's unfortunate that our ally is taking this corner, but it's, to me, the least valuable corner of the Empire. I'm not overly concerned. What I am concerned about is getting these. If we get all these, as long as he doesn't take into these lands, I think we're going to be okay. So we're close to 9 there. 9 there. We're close on this. 5, 6, 8. 8's interesting. What's 8 for, actually? Defended settlements, base fields, allowed expansion, high relations. I thought that was 7 at one point, but that went up to 8. That's pretty good. So these we might have to take by force, these two. This one we almost definitely going to have to take by force. The rest, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, we're going to have to take by confederation. This one I'm not too sure about. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we are getting there. That's the important thing. So next turn, we're going to combine these two armies. Hero not moved.
Seek out the heretics.
What the fuck are you doing over there? I don't care for you much, so... Disband. Give it a little bit of a gold bonus. Commandment available. Of course, commandment available in Stirland. Stirland is fully built up, so there's no need for growth. Public order doesn't seem to be a problem. Buildings are 16 plus, and we're getting... Faction -2. What does that mean? Is that because we're not... Is that because we're not Stirland? We're getting a faction -2 bonus for that. That's a weird one. But you know what? We don't need that, so that's useless. Untainted, we don't need. Tax rate would be good. More gold. Income from trade. Faction-wide. Very helpful. Growth +20. Recruitment cost. It's going to be tax rate, I believe. Let's double check. Which one do I have in Altdorf? I have tax rate in Altdorf. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So I think this is the way we're going to make the most gold here. Income to... Yeah, that's pretty good. That's going to go up. Outdoor, what's it at? 5,000. Axbite Pass, it's nothing. Usero Gap, it's nothing. Eastern Savannah, pretty low, but we've yet to build that up. That's in a state of disarray. Ostermark, again, pretty low, but we don't have the whole thing, and we've yet to build it up. Western Savannah, we have a little bit of, and we do kind of want Castle Temponoff. We do want Schwarzhaven. And Gestandat would be great as well. Securing this would be important for us, but I'm not ready for another war against another one of our what's meant to be comrades. I'm not ready for that at all. But Namutland, we're full there. That only goes to 3. Yes. Tax is pretty low. Let's go, because tax is so low here, let's just go with faction, income from trade, faction wide, plus 5%. Just give a little boost to that, especially when you start trading properly. That's very helpful. And I've got the feeling in the moot there's going to be a special building. I don't know why, but I get that feeling. So when you're going to destroy that, we'll see if there is. And I think we're going to merge these armies here, disband this once that's fully merged, and then do this here. The Silver Seal, the Shrine of Ill Omen. And we get the Silver Seal. What does that do? Melee defense, ward save. Oh, that's a really nice item, that is. Untainted local province, which is nice. Would have been useful a little bit earlier for this. But that's cool. So siege construction available where? Here. Yeah, we don't care just yet. Let's just give the Gleaming Pendant, though, to these 2 Great Sword units. Just up our bonuses a little bit.
It is war.
Continue siege. Hopefully these guys, the Corone, move in a little bit before I'm forced to retreat again. So skip that and enter. He wants a peace treaty. Right when our armies are on his border. What do you know? Piss off. And they are attacking. This retreat, I want to make use of that army being there. Even if they actually do it. If they win the war for us and take those lands, then it's not a land I really want. Even though I'd rather have the option to lead that fight, I'd rather let them lead it than me lose armies doing it. So, oh, interesting. The rival states of Averland and Ostland have been unable to reconcile their differences and intentions of bubbled over into full-scale war. We don't want to... If we gain fealty on the side of Ostland, we will get the ability to confederate with them, which will drop our imperial authority even lower. So I think for now, let's just stop the war, gain our imperial authority, get that back, and then look at siding with them. Because this doesn't do any damages, and it's lowering our chances of actually decreasing imperial authority, relations or fealty. So many different layers to this. I've got to remember, imperial authority, fealty, whatever this is, prestige, there's so many different elements. So yeah, lose prestige, gain imperial authority, and gaining imperial authority lessens our chance of losing fealty with people. So let's stop the war.
Your conquests strike fear into the hearts of
Thank you.
enemies, mighty lord. The wisest amongst them will know that fate is on your side. I have foreseen.
So capture chapter objective successful. Great. Treasury 4,000 and 3,000 bonus objectives, which I actually haven't been looking into that all that much, but that's cool. Wound, failure, obviously. So, current total, 0 of 12. Sack, loot, raise, occupy 12 different settlements for 6,000 treasury. But let's have a look at bonus objectives here. What are we talking? Chapter objectives, here we go. Bonus objectives for Chapter 3. Ensure that the following building has been constructed. Is that it? Is that it? Primary objective, occupy, yeah. Outdoor college and magic. If we do that before we loot that, we get a nice little bonus. Cool. Let's take these out march stance.
The Empire,
Oh, now it's going a bit funny.
as is my right by Sigmar's crown.
Out of march stance, out of march stance.
Move!
And let's do this here. Okay. So maybe, what are we looking at here? What are we looking at here? I think what's important is we keep the halberders, we lose the spearmen. Lose the spearmen and replace them with spearmen with shields and halberders. Our horse cavalry are stronger. Our archers are stronger, except for that one. So let's get rid of him. Oh, no. Get rid of him. I remember, don't click control here. So lose our spearmen, we lose our weakest crossbowmen, and we gain their strongest. And halberders, spearmen, shields. Gain no favour from that. We don't want any of their lords, their leaders, their heroes. We want a Hellstorm rocket factory. Do we want 2? That's the question. Do we want more than 2? Do we want a mortar, a war wagon mortar as well? I've never used these before, so I don't know what they're like. It might be fun to try. If we take that, what would we lose in advance for it? So let's say we're giving up one of these mortars. Do we lose 2 mortars for a Hellstorm and a war wagon? I don't think we will. I like having 2 artillery pieces, even though it's a mortar unit. I don't know what bonuses it actually offers us here. But I do want 1. And I think I'm going to lose a swordsman for it. Probably going to regret that. But I think if we do this here, our main army here, how strong does this look? 2 artillery pieces, different types, so varying. Actually, hang on, let's just...
cannot compel me.
No, stop it, stop it.
Yes.
Just check this here.
Step to it.
Why did we take the 1 star? Let's do that.
My orders
Okay.
are to move.
So we've got the level 3 there, level 5 one of them, and a mortar. Two great swords, and 2 regular swords. 3 halberders, 1 spearman with shield. We'll replace it with halberders soon. 4 archers, and 5th, like, special archer, vanguard archer. That's been doing very well for us, and 2 cavalry. I think that's a nicely mixed composition. I'd like it if it's a little bit cleaner, to be honest, but I'm happy with that. We'll see how he goes. If we don't like him, we can get rid of him and hire something else in his place.
So,
But for now, so that's that. We like them. These guys, do we like any of them? I don't think we do. And they're costing us 3.5 grand. Stop right-clicking, Ryan. 3.5 grand just to keep this army about. So let's just do this.
So,
Disband him as well. Everyone's happy now. Look how strong this army is. Look how much money we're making per turn. So we're ready. We're ready to, like, expand, see where we want to expand to, and build an army for that job, rather than just having 3 useless armies. We've got 1 main army, 1 kind of like home region defense army tied up over here, and a possibility for a 3rd army without affecting our income too much. Let's just keep our income high while we can. So, the moot. What can we build in the moot? I told you there's going to be a landmark building. Spices resource position 24, wine resource position 24, public order +4, growth, all provinces 5, untainted 4, and crossbow garrison. That is a really nice unit, especially growth, all provinces. Make us get those. Do you know how important growth is to me when we first take an area? We want to get it fully leveled up straight as soon as possible. So that's great, and untainted in an area that's kind of got a bit of taint to it. So maybe that'll be helpful from any kind of bleed over from that taint. There isn't at the moment, but, you know, it happens. So let's just build one of them. I told you there'd be one there. Weren't bad. Let's just go in building browser to make sure there's no landmarks in Stirland. There isn't landmarks in Stirland. It doesn't look like, at least. None in there. None in Flensburg. Okay. And let's just check to make sure other areas don't have that we're missing out on. Waldenhof, no. Eschen, no. Ostermark. Oh, there's a landmark in Ostermark. Where is this? Mortheim? Sigmar's Rock. Untainted. Untainted adjacent provinces. Untainted all regions +1. This is very good. The Order of Merciful Sisters dedicate their lives to recovering warpstone from across the world and bringing it to Sigmar's Rock for safekeeping. Is that in Mortheim? Yes. And there's nothing in Essen or Nagenhof. So, I think we're going to delete this barracks here, and we're going to rebuild it in Nagenhof and Essen. It's not of a major importance to us right now, so let's do that. Because that is very good. I like that. Especially untainted in all regions, because that's a very good bonus. you know, +1 is tiny for like really important regions, really high tainted regions, but also untainted and adjacent regions does affect Eastern Savannah, which is where it is needed. So we're happy with that. Nothing here that we know of. Mootland, obviously, we do know of. Stirland, oh, we've been through them all. Okay, so that's pretty cool. So this one is dragging on for a little bit. Let's build our big boy here. Imperial Palace, Public Order faction-wide, Tax Rate faction-wide, Lord Recruitment Rank faction-wide. This is a great one. So let's build that up. And what do we need for the Outdoor Conclave of... Outdoor Colleges of Magic. That's our bonus objective. So we want to start pushing towards this next. And that's going to cost us 21,500 to do that total. So we'll do that soon, but it'll be a while yet. And Castle Drakenhof, now we have the money to build here. Let's upgrade Waldenhof here. And I think this episode's been dragging on for a little bit. I think I'm going to end it here. Next turn, we're going to do this. We're going to take that quest. So I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.
I'm great.